everybody. As you can tell, super dark, super early, going right about 6 o'clock, and it is opening day of Pennsylvania rifle season for the old whitetail deer. Yeah, that's right, it is November 29th, and there's just like a Christmas came early feeling going on this morning. Something we look forward to every single year. As some of you might know, this is my home state, and we're hunting a new farm today. This is actually the first time I'm going to be hunting this new farm, which is kind of crazy to be doing on opening day, but I've had cameras soaking here since like August, and let's just say there's some potential shooters here. Nothing like at the home farm, but if one of these 2 or 3 bucks I got on camera walk by, I don't think they're going to get the pass. So probably do a further interview here in the tree, but it's an exciting morning to be in the whitetail woods. We're plenty early enough. We're just going to try to take our time so we don't sweat and then head on out. Well, good morning. As you can see, we're all set up. It is quiet. Super, 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 super quiet. And I seen a couple deer in the field when I was walking in. There's a big bean field right behind me. And that was about it, but we haven't seen anything so far. I've heard about 4 or 5 shots, but it's only been light for maybe 10 minutes, so. But there is no wind, and you can hear a pin drop. So just feels amazing to be out. It's cold. It's like 28 degrees. Like 4 inches of snow. Just perfect deer hunt weather. I bet you a lot of deer die today. We're gonna get tucked in and enjoy our opening day. As you can see, guys, we've had our first little flurry of action. I don't know if I got the second deer on camera, but I had that doe come in she was working right downwind, so it was only a matter of time before she caught me, but she got directly behind me, maybe 80 yards. About 80 yards, and could smell me. And then as she started working back where she came from, a small buck came in. I couldn't tell what it was exactly, but it wasn't that big. Intercepted her and started chasing her around. So end of November, they're still a little active, but there hasn't been really much action on this side of the farm where I'm at, but the neighbors on the other side of the property here across the road, they seem to be shooting, so I don't know. Kind of sit tight and see where this goes, but can't ask for a better morning. Was pretty cool. Just had to pack about, 8, 9, 10 does. A couple fawns come through. They seem like they know it's hunting season. They're kind of bobbing and weaving, tails up, tails down, running, walking, stopping. They're kind of just chilling over here to my trying to figure out where to go, I think. I have 2 doe tags, but I know this place is loaded with deer, so I think I'm going to be patient with my doe tag and try to let as few things possible know that I'm here. Just in case a buck's around, but I think the objective is to try and shoot a buck first. But really cool to see a bunch of deer. So we'll see what happens. Good day so far. does come through and they went off. And then I had two does and a fawn come in directly behind me to like 60 yards. And then that big group came back and joined with those three. And then I had a mom and a fawn come in off my right. And they were kind of all looking at each other. And then I had a little like 2-year-old buck that's kind of broken up. He was like a 6, 7, or 8 point, I don't know, little basket rat kind of guy. I don't know if I got good footage of him. He came in and then dipped into this thick stuff. And for some reason he went out in the open field. And he just stood there. And I couldn't see him. And all of a sudden that big group of does went out in the field. And I was like, what are they doing? And then all of a sudden they just ran across the field from left to right. And they dipped in the corner of the woods over here. I don't know what they're doing, but they just made a big circle around me. Maybe they can smell me, but they're trying to find out where I am, so. Can't beat this morning. I love opening day when it's like this. Holy cow. It's going on about like 9:30, I think. I'm getting pretty hungry, so we're gonna break into the snacks, get a good breakfast going while the deers aren't really around me right now. I did have 3 more come sprinting across the field, 3 does from the other side of the road, but they were so far I could just get them in the binoculars. I couldn't get them in the camera. But what a great morning. I'm sitting here eating that protein bar I just showed you because I was getting hungry. And those 3 does that were running across the field, and I lost them over here to my right. They came within 50 yards, and now they're going back out into the field. I don't understand why they're trying to go back out there. Like, they obviously know something's wrong. They're on edge. I thought they were going to bed down. I have this big, thick grass, like probably, 40 yards by 60 yards of like tall, overgrown grass. And it's probably neck height. And I thought they were going to bed down right here in front of me. It's only like 50 yards away. But they kept going through it. And then they got out to the edge of the field and they stood there for like 10 minutes watching the field. And now they're out in the field, the middle of the field. I don't know where they're trying to go, but those are those three that came across, and now they're kind of just chilling. Well, it's been about 45 minutes to an hour since we've seen a deer. Just a little break in the action right now. It's going on like 10:30. We did have a deer, a doe, come across the field by herself. I think the neighbor shot something over there, and then it kicked this doe across the street. And there's an old pasture right by where I parked the truck by the road, and it's all overgrown and nasty. And she walked in like 50 yards in front of the truck, and I'm sure she's just going to bed down in there all day, but we've been sitting here. Broke out the old Celsius. A phenomenal flavor if you haven't tried it, but just sitting tight, enjoying it, the outdoors. I'll tell you what though, my blood has definitely thinned out a little bit since living in Florida. I'm not cold, but my feet are a little cold, and my face is definitely cold, but I'm gonna try not to walk around today. I just want to sit still and try to be as quiet as possible because the deer seem pretty comfortable here, and I'm trying not to screw that up. So no one really seems like they're hunting on this side of the road, and I think that's why all the deer are so calm for the most part. On the other side of the road, it's very, very huntable. It seems like it. I've heard probably collectively like 30 to 40 shots come from that way. So, but we're going to sit here through the remainder of the day, hopefully get lucky and see what else comes through. 70 yards in front of me, and just hanging out. And as I was filming him, 3 does got kicked out of the neighbors and went across the bean field. And they went across the road. I'm not too sure what spooked them, but they are on the opposite side of the farm now. But I think my count as of right now is 3 bucks and like 22-ish does, something like that. But man, it's been a heck of a morning so far. It's just about to hit noon, so we'll see if the afternoon stays as good. I've got 3 deer. Oh, maybe not 3, but a couple deer like 300 yards behind me. And it's really thick and nasty back that way. This, if you can't really tell in the video so far, this place got logged last year, and the logger left all the tops everywhere. But they're like 300 yards straight behind me. I can't tell what they are, but hopefully they'll come this way. We'll get a better look at them, but they seem to be going parallel with me instead of coming at me. But there's 3 more. So I can still see these deer back behind me like 300 yards, and they just keep going back and forth, and I still can't tell what they are. I can see their legs or I can see their butt, and then it's just so thick you can't see them. But I do have a grunt tube in my book bag, in the off case that it could be a buck with a couple of does just chasing them around right there. I don't know if it's gonna work this late, but I'm gonna give off a few grunts and see if they can hear me, and maybe they'll come check it out. They are like directly behind me downwind, so the chances of this working are slim, but we're gonna try. We'll see if they heard it and come check it out. Just going on 12:30 here, and I look out in the field, and this is like, I don't know, 45 seconds after I just let out those grunts. And there's 3 does like 500 yards out in the field already feeding, and it's 12:30. I haven't seen any deer that I grunted at yet, but it's pretty cool to see them feeding this early, and hopefully they'll stay on their feet all day. Well, guys, little mid-afternoon update. It's going on about like 2:15. Gonna start hitting that later prime time in that afternoon spot here in a minute. But we haven't seen a deer since 12 o'clock, which for PA, I mean, it's still not bad, but the way the action's been going all day pretty steadily, this is the first 2-hour spell where we haven't seen a deer, so it's getting cold. I would imagine it's still around like 28 degrees. I don't have great service, but the wind switched from west, and now it's coming out of the south, which benefits me a lot. All the deer that have come in from behind me won't be able to smell me anymore. If they go out in the field, they won't be able to smell me. Pretty much any deer that I've seen today, except for like 2, wouldn't be able to smell me, so pretty ideal for this afternoon. Pretty excited. Been an amazing day so far, but we're gonna keep after it and see how the rest of the evening turns out. does to my right. It's been like 15 minutes and I haven't seen him, so I might go walk over there, but I really don't know if I hit him or not. I don't know how I didn't hit him. This gun is dialed. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I've shot at a deer, but that was a good one. Well, guys, I'm over here where I shot at him 3 freaking times. And there's nothing, no signs of nothing. I've made some circles right here. Followed a bunch of different major deer trails where they were standing. And there's no deer laying here. There's no blood, no hair. I'll have to watch it back on the big film, like on a big screen, and see what happened, but he's not laying here. Gosh dang it. What's going on? Like probably like 2:45. He did it. I should have let him come further. I got so excited. I've been watching that deer. I got my camera. I'm trying to do this all on film. I think I just got too excited. But there's no deer. Back in the tree for like 5 minutes, and that doe must have been really hot because that spike come following the same trail they did. And then he got to where I shot at that deer, where all my scent is, and he stopped and he turned around. But he's 100 yards out in front of me right now, going towards the field. That doe must have been hot. I watched the footage back. I definitely didn't touch him. The second shot, I ricocheted off of some branch that I didn't see. That one would have killed him, but I don't know where the first one went. He ran off with his tail up, and there's no way I hit him, so maybe we can bank on that doe, bringing him back when he finds her. Because I don't really think he knew what happened. He definitely had no idea I was here. He just was terrified when 306 or 30-06 shells are going off within 100 yards of him. I ranged it. It was probably like 115, 120, which should be perfectly fine. I was shooting 100 and it was hitting the circle, so I don't know if it was just buck fever or what, but man, that sucks. Quick update. It is 3:38. Not too long since I last gave the update when I missed that deer. Hold on. There's 3 does back behind me is what I was going to say in my update. And there's 2 does out in the field already. It's 3:38, so fingers crossed. There's still hope. I'm trying not to beat myself up too much, but oh man, I just hope. I don't know. I mean, what are you gonna do? You miss sometimes, but dang, does it suck. that's one way to pick the spirits up. I haven't been able to do any kind of talking because I've been surrounded with deer. I mean, that was definitely the closest one, that little 2-year-old buck that just came through. He probably got to about 70 yards at the closest, nice chip shot. But maybe not for me, because I can't seem to hit him today. But there was probably 15 deer out in the field. I had 3 does come walking right by me. I had 2 does down to my left where that buck just went. I mean, it's like probably going on 440, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. What a day. We gotta be, I think the last time I counted was like 54 to 58 deer. A couple more will touch 60, and my personal best is 61, but just an absolute incredible day. Like I said, seeing that 2-year-old, I mean, I would assume he's 2, I don't know, but picks up the spirits a little bit after missing that deer. But man, I sure like to shoot one to make sure I can prove myself. Good morning. It's day 2 of Pennsylvania rifle season here on this new farm that I got. It is November 30th, currently 7:15 in the morning, and the weather's a little bit different than yesterday. Yesterday it was like 28 degrees, no wind, just crisp and cold. Today it's like 34, 20-mile-an-hour winds, and it's not that cold. It's winds out of the south, a little bit warm air coming through. It's supposed to be a mix of like snow and a little bit of drizzling rain this morning, but all we've had is wind so far. Today is Redemption Day. As you know, I missed that deer yesterday, so that's not going to happen again today. We're going to take our time, and we're going to ease into it, and we're going to smack one. So, fingers crossed, we see a third of the amount of deer we seen yesterday. I went through and did a final tally count on like the footage and remembering all the deer and stuff like that. And from what I figured, it was like 64, which is my best day ever in the woods. Now, granted, some of them could have been the same deer. I tried my best not to count the same deer. Like, there was a group of 8 does that I seen 4 times that I did not add to that tally. So, granted, take it how you want it, but pretty good day in the woods to see a deer every hour almost, except for noon to 2. We didn't see anything, but hopefully our luck will change today. We'll put one on the ground. going on 9:30. It's been about 2 hours since I last talked to you, but it has been dead. Absolutely dead. I just saw, those are the first deer I've seen, and it kind of answers the question of why I haven't seen any deer. It's just they're just laying down in this wind and they're not moving. They were all bedded within 200 yards of me. It was where if they were standing up I could see them. And that guy, I don't know who he is, there's not supposed to be anyone in here, but just comes walking through at 9:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna have a chat with the farmer. Maybe we have to get some more posted signs up, I'm not sure, but he kicked all 7 of those deer right to me. Unfortunately, they were all like 1.5 year old does, and then this year's fawns, so super little deer. The first 3 that came by were so tiny, but cool to see some movement, but not cool to have hunters showing up on places they're not supposed to be. So we're gonna get that figured out. Well, guys, just kind of sitting here reminiscing in the tree stand, getting swayed back and forth, this 20-mile-an-hour gust winds, and I realized I didn't really have a closeout for yesterday, and nothing much really happened this morning. I don't have all day to hunt. I have some family stuff to go take care of and do, and this wind is kicking my booty, so it's putting all the deer to rest. They're all sleeping somewhere. There's been absolutely no movement, but we saw 7 this morning. As you can see right here, they just came flying in because there was a guy who came and trespassed on the land where no one's supposed to be here but me. So I'm gonna go show the farmer, have a chat with him. Maybe we have to put up some more posted signs or something, but I just didn't want to take away the fact of how awesome yesterday was. I mean, perfect weather, 60 plus deer, just an incredible hunt, my best to date. Last time I saw 60 plus deer, I shot my biggest buck ever. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way this time, but nevertheless, still an amazing day in the woods. Just to touch on something special here, I've done a lot of work at my home farm back where I grew up, and me being in Florida, I don't get that much time to hunt, so I rely on trail cameras and a bunch of stuff like that. But we had 2 pretty special deer hit the ground yesterday, both by my cousins. One by my cousin Kaylee, she's 14. She shot a deer that me and my cousins have been going back and forth, the older ones, on whether we would shoot them this year or not. 2 of my cousins have had encounters with them during archery season, and they both elected to pass. I elected to not shoot them if I saw them. We were trying to give them another year, but with Kaylee being a junior and her excitement being through the roof, she definitely could not pass the deer. So congratulations to her, and it's been an amazing year for her, and her brother seemed to have the good luck charm for bucks, because the past couple years they've killed some pretty good ones. Sorry about that, there's getting some rain on the lens. But then another deer that we've been watching all summer, he's new to us. I called him Dre, just an absolute giant of a deer. He's the biggest deer I think that's ever been taken off our home farm. I'm just going to show you a few clips of him here, but I am going to have a video of him just dedicated to that deer, just because I think he deserves to do him justice. So stay tuned for that video. That'll be coming up here shortly. But if you like this video and you want to see and follow along with the journey, hit that subscribe button. Maybe drop a like, drop a comment on why your boy has such bad buck fever. And I'll be back on the 15th, I believe, of December. And that's the closing weekend of Pennsylvania Rifle, so maybe we'll get it done then. I don't know if I'll be back at this new farm or if I'll be at the home farm or another place, but we'll stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching.
Tell me, baby,